Hi and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Monday evening. Hope you had a lovely weekend and you're looking forward to a nice week ahead. Our theme today is build. So we will be building up our practices and we'll be doing a lot of sun salutes in today's practice. So be prepared. As always throughout the practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. And before we begin, a special shout out to our friends in Belgium who I know do the Monday practice every Tuesday. So to Mags, Annalise and Anka, great to have you with us. And let us begin by lying down. Make yourself nice and comfortable on your mat. Closing your eyes, letting go of your day and everything that's going on in your world. And just being in the present moment with no roles, no labels, no responsibilities. And as you lie here, let your attention go to the base of your spine. Notice how it feels against the mat. Direct your breath towards the base of your spine. And then let your attention go to your navel area, just observing it, noticing any sensations here. Letting that attention move on upwards to the base of your sternum. Notice how it rises and falls with the breath. Continuing that journey upwards to allow your attention to rest on your heart area. Focusing here for a moment. Moving on up further to the base of your throat. Noticing how your breath travels past this point. And traveling on up to that point between your eyebrows. Finding a stillness here. And then letting that focus go to the crown of your head. Becoming aware of that energy loop from the base of your spine all the way through each of those points, your navel, base of the sternum, heart, base of the throat, and between your eyebrows, all the way up to the crown and back down again. So feeling the flow of energy move through these points, these chakras. And then let your attention go fully to your breath. Inhaling through your nose, filling your belly. Pause. And then exhaling. And we'll do a little bit of sectional breathing. So the first part of your breath will be to your belly. And then just try a breath where you're only breathing into your rib cage, feeling them expand as you inhale and contract as you exhale. And moving to that shallow breath that just enters the chest. And let's combine those 3 sections of the breath into one big breath. So inhaling 50% of your inhale to your belly, then the next 40% to your rib cage, and the last 10% to your chest, and then exhaling. And again, half of the inhale to your belly, then into the rib cage, and finally the chest. And exhaling one more time. And then when you're ready, bending your knees, rolling over onto your side and making your way up to stand at the top of your mat. So as you're standing with your feet hip width apart, equal weight on both feet, having those feet facing forward, nice and tall, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And then taking your right hand, just draw it across your chest, hooking that left arm over it as you just stretch the shoulder. And one more breath here. And then let's take that to the other side. Releasing both hands down, draw the shoulders up to the ears, pushing them back and dropping them down. And again, up and back and down one more time. And then from here, taking the right arm up past the ear, you can let the left hand come onto your hip as you then just take a bend towards the left, letting the chest and gaze look kind of up and out so that you keep it nice and open. With each exhale, just getting a little deeper into the bend. One more breath here. And coming back to upright before we take that to the other side. As you inhale, feeling the whole body open, and then exhale into a deeper bend. And drawing back to upright. Let's take the left hand out to the side and then draw it all the way around towards the back for a nice twist. And then again, with each exhale, just twisting a little bit more. And back. Let's take that to the other side. Nice deep twist. And once again, back to the center with the head, drawing it up. And slowly nodding it down. And again. One more time. And back to center, turning it to the left. And slowly being aware of keeping your chin parallel with the floor, slowly rotate it to the right, as far as it will go. And again, slowly drawing it around to the left and to the right and back to the center, letting the ear, left ear fall down towards the left shoulder. Coming back to center and then right ear down towards right shoulder. And back once again to center. Good. Coming to the top of your mat. And again, having those feet hip width apart, facing to the front, equal weight on both feet. Let's raise the arms up, palms together, raise the gaze and take a breath. Nice and slowly folding forward, hinging at the hips, soften the knees, bend them as much as you need to come into your forward fold. And lifting halfway, nice long spine. And forward fold again. Stepping the right leg back for your low lunge. And raising the gaze. Through to your plank. Keeping a softness in the elbows. One more breath here. And coming down on your knees and feet, chest and belly. And let's lift up into a cobra. Keep those elbows in and pointing towards the back as you lift the forehead and chest away from the mat and then push on up through your tabletop. Adjust your hands and make your way nice and slowly into your downward dog. So pedaling your way in here, listening to your body all of the time, working with it. And slowly making your way to your point of stillness. Two more breaths here. And then raising that right leg out behind you, stepping it through for your low lunge. Raise the gaze. And stepping up to your forward fold, take a breath. Close your eyes, rising all the way up, palms together over the head, and then raise the gaze. Sweeping through to your forward fold. And halfway lift. Forward fold once more as we step the left leg back this time. Low lunge. Raise the gaze. And through to your plank. Coming down on your knees and feet, chest and belly, and lifting into the back bend, pushing on up to bring yourself into your downward dog. One more breath here. Stretching that left leg out behind you and step it through for your low lunge. And up into your forward fold. Bending the knees, coming all the way up and bringing the hands together in prayer at the chest. Take 3 breaths here. So let's begin to build on the sun salute by bringing some other poses into the middle of it. Drawing the hands up over the head. Start to, first of all, engage the whole body here. So feeling like you're pulling your legs together and apart at the same time so that you feel engagement come all the way up your legs. Engaging the pelvic floor, drawing it up, belly button in and up. And raise the gaze as you let those arms point up. One more breath here. And then softening the body, sweep the arms out to the side to come into your forward fold. And lengthening through the spine or halfway lift, whichever you prefer. And forward fold again. From here, instead of coming into a low lunge, we're going to come into a warrior 1. So step that right leg back as far back as it can go while still being able to place that foot fully on the mat. Bending this left knee so that it's over the left ankle. Keeping that knee firmly over the ankle so without it falling out or in, keep it directly over it like it's in a little tunnel of its own. And then squaring up the hips, and as you do so you should feel extra stretch come into that back leg, particularly the calf. Engaging the core here, raising the arms up. Let's take 3 breaths here. And then, as though we've got a big beach ball in our hands, let's slowly come forward. When our hands are outstretched, pause here, hovering over this left leg. One more breath. Good, that's a great strengthening exercise for that front leg. Let the hands come all the way down to frame the foot. And let's just change that stretch now by opening out that front leg and deepening the fold. Good, hands down on the mat. We're going to step back into our plank. Taking 3 breaths. And then come down on your knees and feet. Chest and then belly. And through your back bend, push on up into your downward dog. 3 breaths here, pushing those hips back, keeping the gaze towards the belly button, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. And stretching that right leg out behind you, stepping it through, opening the leg out into a forward fold over this leg. Then bending the right knee and lifting the body so that the back is in a straight line and you're holding your ball out in front of you. One more breath here. Then rising up to your low lunge, or to your warrior one, squaring up those hips, keeping that core nicely engaged. 2 more breaths. And then just let the hands come down either side of the foot as you step that left leg up to meet the right, forward fold. Bend the knees, coming all the way up, palms together. Raise the gaze, engage the whole body. Activating every muscle in your body. And then softening it as you dive into your forward fold. Halfway lift or lengthen through the spine. And forward fold together. Let's this time step the left leg back. We're coming into warrior one. So remember, keeping that right knee over the right ankle, left foot firmly on the mat. Think about putting a little bit of extra weight on the outside edge of that back foot. Will just help you to keep it close to the ground. Squaring up the hips, raise the arms. If you find yourself a little bit wobbly in this, you can always just widen the stance. Use the full mat if you need to. And then hinging at the hips as we draw down to halfway. One more breath here. And hands down either side of the foot, changing that stretch to open out that front leg. And from here, stepping it back into your plank. And coming down on the knees and feet, chest and belly, before drawing into your back bend and pushing on up through tabletop to your downward dog. As you take each exhale, just feeling yourself getting deeper and deeper into the pose. Then stretching that left leg out behind you. Step it through. Opening out the front leg to fold forward over it. Then bending that left knee over the left ankle, raising the arms up as you hover over this front leg. And drawing the torso up, raising the arms, squaring the hips. And folding forward over that foot again, stepping the right foot up to meet the left. Forward fold. Bend the knees. Coming all the way up, palms together. Down to the chest, taking 3 breaths here. Once again, raising the arms up, palms together, raise the gaze, take a breath. Sweeping forward for your forward fold. And lengthening the spine or halfway lift. Forward fold again. This time bending the knees, coming back up to stand. Turn your right foot at a right angle to your left foot. And step it up onto your calf or your thigh, whichever feels right for you today. Keeping that knee at a right angle. Find your gaze point. Maybe raise the arms up. And let's take 3 breaths. And letting that foot come down as you bring the hands into prayer. Hinging forward at the hips, let the right leg now lift up. And see, can you hold this warrior 3 for 2 more breaths. And stepping that right foot back beside the left, forward fold once again. And step back into your plank. Coming down on your knees and feet, chest and belly, and lifting to your back bend. And then pushing on up through your tabletop to your downward dog. Stretching that right leg out behind you. Step it through. Step the left leg up to meet it. Forward fold. Bend the knees as you draw up, turning the left foot out at a right angle to the right foot and drawing the left foot up to your thigh or calf or wherever it wants to go today. Finding your point of stillness. Let the core help you. Maybe raise the arms. 2 more breaths. Bringing the hands back down into prayer, release the foot and folding forward from the hips, raising that left leg up behind you, toes pointing down towards the mat. 2 more breaths here. And bringing it down. I came down a little bit early there. Hopefully you managed to hold it longer than I did. And forward fold. Bend the knees, coming all the way up, palms together. Raise the gaze, take a breath. Sweeping through to forward fold. Lengthening through the spine or halfway lift. And forward fold once again. Bend the knees, coming up to stand, bringing those hands into prayer and turning that left foot at a right angle to the right, drawing it up onto the leg, to the calf or the thigh, whichever works for you. Two more breaths. And letting that foot come down as you hinge forward. Raising the left leg up, toes pointing down. One more breath. Stepping that left foot back underneath you as you fold on down and step it out into your plank. Coming down, knees and feet, chest and belly, and lifting up and all the way through to your dog. Stretching the left leg out behind you. Step it through. Step the right foot up to meet it. Coming all the way up to stand and turning the right foot at a right angle as you lift that right foot up into your tree pose on this side. Placing the foot wherever you like, as long as it's away from your knee. One more breath. Releasing the foot down as you again hinge at the hips, keeping the hands at your chest and raising that right leg up. One more breath. And step the right foot underneath, forward fold. Bend the knees, coming all the way up, raising the arms up over the head, bring them to the chest, closing the eyes, taking 3 breaths here. Final set of sun salutes now. Raising the arms up over the head, palms together, raise the gaze, take a breath. Coming into your forward fold. Halfway lift or lengthen spine. And forward fold. From here, with the hands on the mat, stepping the right leg back, being on the toes of that right foot, keeping this left knee bent over the ankle, high lunge, raising the arms. One more breath here. Let the hands, keep the legs as they are, let the hands come all the way down onto the mat so you're on your fingertips, looking forward into your runner's lunge. Nice long spine here. And let the knee come down onto the mat, open out the foot, rising up to a low lunge. One more breath. And then through to your plank. One more breath. And come down on the knees and feet, chest and belly. And lifting through your back bend to push on up, making your way into your downward dog. Remembering with each exhale to just deepen the pose in downward dog, pushing those hips back further, lengthening that spine. Then stretching the right leg out behind you, stepping it through to come to your low lunge. One more breath. And let's make it into our runner's lunge from here, curling those toes as you lift the knee up. And then ready to test the strength of that front leg as we raise the torso up and the arms. One more breath. Let the hands come down either side of the foot as you step that left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. Bending the knees, coming all the way up, palms together, raise the gaze, last side. Sweeping through to a forward fold. And lengthen through the spine. Forward fold again. This time, stepping that left leg back onto the toes as you come into your high lunge here, keeping that right knee over the right ankle, keeping the knee straight so it's not falling in or out. One more breath. Coming through to your runner's lunge. Great stretch for that left leg. And letting the knee come down, open out the foot, low lunge. Let's take it from here into our final plank. And lowering down onto your mat as you then lift up through your cobra into your downward dog. Making these next 3 poses your strongest, stretching that left leg back, stepping it through, low lunge, building our practice as we go, improving each pose, just getting a little bit more out of it yourself. And into your runner's lunge, really stretching that back leg out. One more breath here. One final effort with the legs as you draw up to your high lunge. Just one more breath. And hands down either side of the foot, stepping the right foot up to meet the left. Forward fold. Bend the knees. Coming all the way up, drawing the palms together. And down to the chest. Two more breaths here. And from here, once again, forward fold. Making your way down to tabletop and then swinging around to come and lie down on your mat with your knees bent. Two more breaths here. Hugging the knees into the chest and just massaging out the back. When you're ready, let the feet come down onto the mat, bringing those arms out into a T, letting the legs, the knees fall over to the right as the gaze goes to the left. Allowing the body to slow down, observing your breath, directing it through your belly. And then when you're ready, just taking that over to the other side. One more breath here. coming back to center. Bring the arms down by your sides, palms facing upwards, and let the legs come out long and the feet flop out to the side. And thank you so much for joining me in this practice. I hope you enjoyed it and felt that you were able to build the practice up as you went through it. Don't forget to let us know when you've completed the practice. And everyone who gets through their 4 practices in November will of course go on to our Roll of Honor at the middle of this week. But now it's time to just allow the body to recover, rewarding it with a little bit of meditation and relaxation. So letting go your toes and the soles of your feet. Letting go the tops of your feet, your heels and your ankles. Letting go your calves and your shins, your knees, front and back. Letting go your thighs, front and back. Your glutes and pelvis. Letting go the whole back of your body, shoulder blades, shoulders, the front of your body. Letting go your armpits and upper arms, your elbows, forearms, wrists, backs of your hands, palms of your hands and your fingers. Letting go the back of your head, the crown of your head, your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, jaw, chin, lips and tongue. The whole of your body, just let it go. And identify something that you are particularly grateful for today. And spend a little time here acknowledging that gratitude. And then let your attention go to your breath. As you observe yourself breathing in through your nose, filling your belly, pause, and then exhaling through your nose. With each breath, just feeling yourself connect with your inner self, your true nature. And imagine you're walking on a beach. Notice the sands, the smells, the textures and temperature. Filling your senses with this scene. Find a nice place here to pause. Make yourself comfortable and rest here at peace.